right. Shalom. We the brothers from the Birmingham camp, Alabama, GMS. First and foremost, like you all praise and honor and glory to. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, exclusive is truth for false performance on true state of charity. To the apostles, elders, to the brethren, this risking their lives, in season, out of season, week in, week out, to teach the truth from the Lord. We say to you, brother, shalom. Shalom. So go ahead and start off.
Yeah, because Ezekiel 33 and verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon their land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him up for their watchmen.
So we are the watchmen, for our people, first and foremost, the so-called Israelites and natives, and to learn that the Lord Yahweh decided to bring a whole bunch of judgment upon the land of America, in the world in general. Heathens, you Edomites, you so-called white people, red people, you Moabites, Chinese, all you other heathens, man, that has something to do with Israel's downfall. We warning that the Lord Yahweh decided to bring a great judgment soon, man. Really, right now, making judgment on right now. That's why we're warning you and telling you that the Lord Yahweh decided to make known His words upon you by the man of the Lord. He's going to perform. He's performing it now, but it's going to get worse.
Verse 3. This is if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blew the trumpet and warned the people.
We seen the sword. We know through these prophecies of the spirit of this book, through the spirit of the Lord, through the spirit of the Lord, that we telling you that the Lord is going to bring great judgment, man. Because a prophet means seer. So we telling you before it happened, man. You know what I'm saying? And when it happens, you're going to know that, hey, these men was telling the truth, man. About the missiles, about the martial law troops coming, about the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the other accounts out there saying it's not the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast.
Yeah, damn, and you got some groups saying mark of the beast is speaking with white people.
Oh, man. They bugging out now, man. Tripping, man. But yeah, the Lord's gonna deal with those guys, man, that's going off from that doctrine, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they came up, especially those other break off Israelite came up under Great Millstone. Lord's gonna deal with them, man, because they're not running the people correctly.
It's 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 5. I would that ye all speak with tongues, but rather that ye prophesy. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may be edified.
So it's better to prophesy, man, to tell what's to come, man. Then you got these other camps, like I said, they teaching other things that's really ain't got nothing to do concerning with our people, warning our people, and telling them to come back to their power before the Lord Yahweh trying to bring great judgment upon them, man. They worrying about, other things, and what I'm saying, that don't matter, man. It's not for your benefit, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to teach the things like, hey, everything's gonna be okay, and teach, smooth things and all that, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? We wanted this man, the Great Millstone, telling you that, hey, it's not gonna be great, man. There ain't nothing good is coming to America, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord's gonna bring great judgment and destruction to this place, man. He's gonna tear this place down, man, soon, man. Inside out, man.
I gotta jump for a second. It says, even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except it give a distinction in the sound, how shall it be known what is piped or harp?
Right, they giving a different sound, man. They not blowing the trumpet, man. Because they blowing the trumpet of, that subtle, like everything is okay. But the men of the Lord,
feast, mirth and joy.
But the men of the Lord, Great Millstone, we blowing it hard, man. We telling, hey, dun, hey, the Lord is coming, man. Hey, get ready, man. He's about to bring judgment, man. He's about to bring great judgment upon your people, man. Especially so-called Negroites and they hard.
That's right. I got some real quick, guys. Ezekiel 7 and 14, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none go up to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Yeah, so we blowing the trumpet, get them ready, like you said. that's a distinct sound. Like you got different alerts or alarms, right? A fire alarm would be an eerie sound. You know, when you hear a fire alarm, there's a sense of urgency that comes along with it. You know, to get the hell up and take cover, right? But when you hear, you know, a sound of like the damn ice cream truck, all right, that puts you in a relaxing spirit. Sounds play a part on your psyche, man. You know, so what we teaching, and even the visual that we're giving you, you see missile signs. You know, the overtone of this lesson is the drama that the Lord's about to bring to America, man. And see, that's real love. You know, if I tell you, look, man, don't take that right because something's gonna happen. It might sound harsh, you know. It might be even insulting to a certain extent. But guess what? It's for the betterment of you. You know, versus somebody telling you, hey man, everything is all good, go ahead. When you walk off a damn cliff, man.
Right straight to destruction.
Yeah, right to destruction.
This is Matthew 11:17, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Read again,
This is Matthew 11:17, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Hey, there you go, man. That was an eerie sound. That's the spirit of the Lord, man. See that? Lord make his point, man. Every time, man. See that? That was an eerie sound that gets your attention, man. You don't bust out dancing to them shit like that. You say, oh shit, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, going back, Matthew 11:17, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
None. So we piping, we telling you, we come in here week in, week out, telling you that, hey man, you need to listen to this new song, man. And it's a song that it's great, you know what I'm saying? But you don't take heed to it, man. You think it's just a whack song. I don't want to hear that shit. That's why people just they like that. They don't want to hear something that that's troubling to them. They feel like it's troubling to them. Really, we actually helping you in a way. You know what I'm saying? We're telling you, hey, we stretching out the Lord, really stretching out His hand by His prophets, telling you, hey, get right, or the Lord is going to bring judgment upon you, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to destroy this place, man. It's not for your benefit, it's not for your rest, man. It's going to move to the destruction in Micah 2 and 10.
Got a precept to back you up. This is the book of Isaiah 30 in verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
So they rather have the prophets, these pastors in these churches, well, maybe they want to hear those smooth things, like say everything's gonna be okay, blah blah blah. But it's not, man. They want to rock you to sleep, man. They want to keep you like, hey, don't worry about that, man. Hey, shit, just keep doing what you're doing. Hey, they not really leading you to salvation, man. They lead you straight into their destruction, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. Once these martial law troops come in, once all hell break loose out here, y'all Israelites, you so-called Negro Latino natives that subscribe to these Baptist churches, whatever philosophy that's not of this doctrine, of this truth, that the men of the Lord bring millstone teachers, who spend power y'all about to you gonna know, hey man, these guys was off. Those men on the corner of the street was right in those times, man.
It's the book of Ezekiel 33 in verse 4. Verse 4, it says, then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
So, like I said, the ones that now warning you of the pending doom that's coming to the so-called white man Esau Edomite's kingdom, America, you know, the blood's going to be on their hand, man, because they playing around. And the Lord ain't nobody to joke with, man. The Lord's to be feared, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's that, the saying, I'd rather be feared than love, you know what I'm saying? But that's a more respect thing, you know, come with it, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They like I said, everybody think God's all love, but he hates too, man. You have a hatred, especially for the so-called white man Esau Edomite, man. You know? So y'all, you so-called Negro Latinos that want to try to help the white man, whatever, you know, join hand in hand, y'all gonna be destroyed with them, man.
Right. And that means you love death. They tell you that in Proverbs 8 chapter, all that hated me, love is death. To love the so-called white man in this society, this system, that means you love dying, man. Everything this man promotes leads to death. The food you eat is poison. The air that you breathe is poison. The water, how the hell could you poison the water? The water is a cleansing agent. How could you poison the water, man? That means this is the devil. The so-called white man is the devil, man. That's not a cliche anymore. You know, back in the days, it's like, the devil. No, this is real life, man.
Right.
All roads point to, the paper trail goes back to the so-called white man in everything you see. Oh, the diseases. He created that in the lab, man. You got the CDC, which is an acronym for the Center of Disease Control. Why isn't he eradicating the diseases? He controlling the diseases, man. Because it's a big, booming money market. This man have cornered the market on everything. Diamonds, gold, oil, all the resources of the planet Earth. And he'll take it by any means necessary. Just look at the history of this man. It's riddled with bloodshed, man.
Right.
The so-called white man. That's his MO, man. And the nerve of this devil, when we come out and we crowd against it, he deem us as being disruptive, man. And terrorists, man. God damn, what you want me to do? Sit there and take it? So now that we crying out, let's show you, man, the so-called white man is the devil, man. That the Bible speaks of. The reason our people is in the condition that you're in now, these devils have concocted an elaborate plan to vex you. Everything that we do is vexing, man, to our nation, man. Our people are messed up, man. All right, I'm going to say this, right? When the last time you saw a homeless or like an older so-called white man just hanging out on the block, man? I mean, you see it, right? But you see it more than not in the so-called black community. You go like these McDonald's and shit in the morning, it's filled with a bunch. Somebody give me that real quick. Salaki, all right? Salaki. I'm going to give it right to you. Give me Isaiah, they laid as a wild net. As a wild bull in the net in the book of Isaiah, I think it's toward the end or something like that. Give me that. Their sons have fainted at the head of the streets, Get that. Okay? Because I'm going to show you something through the spirit. Like, it's just an experiment. Go out on your own and see if you've ever seen over 4 or 5 so-called older white men on the corner with their pants hanging down, sagging up their ass, talking shit, man. You're not going to see that. You only see that in the so-called Negro community, man. The reason why we emphasize the so-called black, even though you got the Latin and Native Americans and Israelites as well, but the so-called Negro being the tribe of Judah is the head tribe, and the Lord deals with order. So everything you see, we are a reflection of the children of Israel. That's why you got some bonehead Israelite groups out there that think Israelites is all the so-called Negro. They don't understand the way the Lord do things. We the first 10, you know? So the Lord throws out there first. Like out there in the Northwest, it's plenty of so-called Native Americans getting shot, man, by the cops, man. They got ghettos and barrios out there, man. Right? But the Lord set it up where he puts Judah to be the poster child, if you will, for Israel. So you got that up? Give me that real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah 51 and verse 20. Thy sons have fainted.
Yep, thy sons have fainted. Go ahead.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
Yeah, at the head of all the streets. You see Jake on the corner slap boxing and shit, man. Fans hanging off their ass and talking. See what I'm saying? This applies to us, man. Like, when the last time you saw a band of so-called white people just hanging out on the block, man? All the white women, man. Homeless, man. And like I said, it ain't popular. In a lot of cases, them Jakes, man. If you spiritual, why? Because they fulfilling this prophecy, man, that was going to highlight the spotlight, the condition of our people here in the latter days, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It's a wild bull in their neck.
Yeah, like I said, snap boxing, talking shit. You walk by them, you got to be on pins and needles. As a wild bull in the
How y'all doing,
neck.
brothers?
All right, what's up, bro?
All right.
Hey, Jake, man, see a wild bull in the neck, man, disruptive.
The devil is big.
You know what I mean? Take me a minute. Just throw your hand up, man. You cut me off in the middle of the time. How y'all doing? What's going on? A wild bull in the net. That net is somebody to America, man. Because this place was set up to trap you, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, they are full of fury of the Lord.
They are full of the fury of the Lord, man. See that? Go ahead.
It says they rebuke of thy it says the rebuke of thy power.
Right, so they are full of the fury and rebuke of their power. The Lord, that's a form of showing you that the Lord has rebuked us, man. But guess what? Now we're coming into the time where the Lord is about to once more have mercy upon us, man. Okay, somebody give me Sirach 2 and start at like the 8th verse. Yeah, go ahead.
This is on Proverbs 7:27. Her house is the way to hell. Going down.
So like, you read that again?
It's Proverbs 7:27. Her
That
house.
a motherfucker go, man. That's it, man. That's it, man. You know the Jake that Kelly said we Wikipedia private, man. We spotted him, man. We spotted him here in Birmingham, Alabama, man.
The dog going crazy.
Yeah, the dog, yeah.
That ain't even his dog, man. That dog ain't even his dog.
Let's go, Johnny.
I know that bang anywhere, man. Yeah, it's good.
So Proverbs 7:27. Mm-hmm. Her house is the way to hell.
Right, that's talking about America, man. This place is the way to hell, man. For the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American especially. This place was set up as a snare for us, man. And you know what? Let's prove that. Bill Cosby. You might say, hold up. You know, somebody might say, well, hold up, this place got a snare. You can make it. Well, I'll give you the best example. Bill Cosby, man. He reached the pinnacle of being known as America's dad. But now where he at? They slide him a tray. Bill Cosby in the joint, man. He probably making deals and shit. Hey, man, I changed my role. Hey, Bill, it's already known, man. Hey, Bill want that role, man. That what Bill been reduced to, man. See? That's why, man, this devil, man, he ain't shit, man. So-called white man. Look at this. He got a fucking demon, man. Oh, man, he tripping, man. Yep, go ahead,
Read again, Proverbs 7:27. Her house is the way to hell.
Right, her house is the way to hell, man. This place is the way that leads to hell, man.
Right.
Okay, and destruction, man. Everything about this place, the food you eat, everything is centered around death, man. Yep, go ahead,
Reading on, going down to the chambers of death.
Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah, go ahead,
This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach.
Oh, the whole, you got it?
Yeah, Sirach.
I think you got it for me with exactly what I want. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 11.
Right, so again, when we read that, yeah, the Lord, he rebuked us. We full of the rebuke of the Lord as a whole, our people. It's certain fixtures that's known in the so-called black community. What? Let's give you one. The first one fire and the last one higher. That's a known saying amongst our people, man. That's dysfunctional. That's not nothing normal, man. That's coming to grips with knowing that you lost. See what I'm saying? But guess what? The Lord, in his mercy and his tender mercy, he's not going to forget about us. Yeah, we catching hell right now. We're going through things. But the Lord is great. He hasn't forsaken us, man. He just punished us because we went off. Okay? We broke the law, statutes, and commandments. We trespassed against our power, man. And him being a great power that he is, he dealt with us accordingly. Yeah. But guess what? The Lord is now about to show his mercy. Okay? So read this right quick. Go ahead.
Book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, for the Lord is full of compassion.
See, the Lord is full of compassion, man. So right now it might seem like, matter of fact, somebody in Hebrews 12 and Hebrews 12 and 14. No, matter of fact, Hebrews 12 and 11. Give me that real quick.
It's on Hebrews 12 and 11. Now no chastening for the present seems to be joyous.
Right, no chastening for the present seems to be joyous. Chastening means you being punished. So it don't seem to be joyous right now that we at the bottom of the totem pole, pretty much. You know, we at the bottom of the food chain. That don't seem pleasant right now. You know, go ahead.
But grievousness, nevertheless.
Right, grievous is grievous. All right, nevertheless, go ahead.
Afterward, it yieldeth the peaceable fruit.
See, but afterwards, it yieldeth peaceable fruits. So although we catch a hell right now as a whole, as a people, but the Lord in his mercy has showed us that proverbial light at the end of the tunnel. Who this is right here? Yep, go ahead.
It yieldeth.
Yeah, they watching you,
It yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness.
See, the peaceable fruit of righteousness, okay.
Unto them which are exercised thereby.
See?
Read on Hebrews 12 and 12. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down in the feeble knees.
Yep, in the feeble knees. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And make straight path for your feet.
Right, and make straight paths for your feet. This is what you're witnessing right now. The Lord is making your walk a more straight, when something's straight, it's to the point. What's the quickest way to get to a destination? Straightforward.
Right.
When you crooked and all over the place, it'll take you forever to get where you're trying to go, man. But when you go straight as a straight line, that's the best way, that's the most efficient way to get to where you're trying to go. Go ahead, up.
Reading on in Hebrews 12:13, at least that which is lame be turned out the way.
Right, so we was lame, man. Somebody give me, what's that, Job, he healeth. Is that Job, he wounded and he healeth? Find me that real quick. I forget it. I want to say Job, the 12th chapter. Yep, so, yeah, let him finish this first out. Go ahead.
I'm finishing on in Hebrews 12 and 13. And make straight path for your feet.
Mm-hmm.
At least that which is lame be turned out the way.
Yep, because hey, we don't have no strength in our hands. So if you're already lame and weak, you don't want to be turned out the way. You need assistance. Here it is, you're in line for well, because you ain't got nothing. You like, man, you're not going to be helped, man. You don't want to be turned out the way. Go ahead.
But let it rather be healed.
See, but let it rather be healed. And that's the stages we're in. The Lord in his beauty is in the process of healing his people once more, man. And it all starts with this word. It all starts with this truth, man. This is the first step, if you will, on that road to recovery, man. And guess what? The so-called white man made it his business to suppress this word. He didn't want you to know who you were. He called you a bunch of niggas and spicks and coons. He didn't tell you that you was the children of the Most High. You was the princes of the power, man. He didn't tell you that, you know? Yep, you got that was it on that? All right, now, give me what you got.
I just going into the suffering.
Okay, done. Y'all found that job?
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 10. But the Most High of all grace, who have called us into his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushua.
Hey, and that's dealing with this truth, man. All of you brothers and sisters out there who have subscribed to these teachings, you better thank Yahweh Shemel Shah. He called you into something way bigger and greater than yourself, man. And it's for your own good. Because when you read Hebrews, the 12th chapter on up, when the Apostle Paul was speaking, he was reiterating Proverbs the 3rd chapter about the chastening of the Lord. He said, your fathers chasten you for their own pleasure, but the Lord chasten you for your own profit, for your profit. That's heavy when you think about it. Like your father whooped your ass so you won't, make things harder on him. Motherfucker whoop your ass so you know come to my house every so whatever. The Lord whooping your ass so you can benefit, so you can it's profitable to you. The Lord putting the rod on us so that we can enjoy the fruits of the kingdom of heaven, man. That's why, man, that day when we deliver, man, we're going to praise Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. We're going to praise Yahweh Shah so hard, you know. And see, the Lord, hey, this heavy that the Lord exposing us to this, because now we know what we face with. We know that, oh, shit. Like the scripture, that's becoming one of my favorite scriptures now, one step between death. When you understand that, man, you understand how volatile you are, how vulnerable you are, man, and the Lord guiding you. Hey, I remember when I used to work, I had to be on heights, and it'd be windy. I ain't have on no harness, I had to be rough out. I ain't have on no harness, but the thought hit me like, I'm vulnerable, man. Yes. This wind can pick up the Lord, and it showed me that the Lord was gentle to me, because the wind was hit me real lightly, like, you know. I said, but hey, it can flare up and just take my ass out of him, man. But see, that's the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's dealing with us, okay? Yeah, go ahead.
It says 1 Peter 5 and 10, but the power of all grace who have called us into his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushua. After that ye have suffered a while.
Woo! So that's the conditions of the battle, man. We are to suffer a while. And this, that while. And that's on all levels. Like, let's say, hey, we have to always, that's why the Lord uses examples like farming, husbandry, farming, agriculture. It's a patient game which requires the ability to learn how to suffer. You got to suffer when you farm. Because you got to wait. It's a certain season. Ain't nothing you can do. Like, let's say, like if you sell clothing or something like that, you can make a profit all through the year, man. But really, when you farming, it's a certain time of year where you get reap from everything you sold. You know, it's season. So this the season right now for us to suffer, man. And see, Jake don't want to do that, man. Our people, they want the instant gratification. They want instant glory. They're willing to sell out to the so-called white man in this society and jeopardize at the expense of doing the things that please their power, man. Damn cops and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It says, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settles you.
Come on now. Come on now. Hey, man, I'm telling you for it. That's why the scripture tell you about experience. You got to experience catching hell, man, in order for you to be able to really convey this message. You know? You got it?
Yep. Romans 5. I'm going to start at 3. It says, we start at 2. It says, by whom also we have access by faith.
Yep, read that again, Salaki.
God, this is Romans 5 and 2. It says, by whom also we have access by faith unto this grace wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Most High.
Oh, rejoice in hope. That's what we've been reduced to, prisoners of hope. And that's what Jake don't want. Jake wants something tangible. So Jake can subscribe to Esau because Jake like, okay, I got my papers. You know, I got physical evidence, you know, that can solidify me being comfortable. See, when you come to serve the Lord, you've been reduced to hope. Now you're at the mercy of the Lord. And that's what the Lord wants, man. That's why the scripture says again, the Lord said he's very pitiful. Did we finish that? We're going to go back to that, man. Man, get that real quick, man.
The book of
That's why the Lord said that because, hey, I'm going to show you, man, through the spirit of power, how about you, outside the method to all this. See, the Lord's so heavy, in order for you to receive his mercy, or for him to come, or for him to, you know, come to your aid, you have to be in need. Just like it's about the second chapter, what the scripture says, whoever the Lord have ever forsaken that called on him. Well, you got to call on him first. I'm telling you now, man, Kobe Bryant didn't call on Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Okay, even if it was a so-called God and sweet Jesus, he didn't call on them. Why? Because he had millions and millions in the bank.
Yeah, man, shit crazy.
Yep. Go ahead, huh? That means always a damn little Edomite, though, man.
Oh, goofy, yeah. Love, see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's God.
I don't know, Elon, hey,
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and save in the time of affliction.
Right, read that one more time.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion.
Right, so the Lord is full of compassion, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And mercy.
Yep. And mercy. Read.
He's long-suffering.
He's long-suffering. Go ahead.
And very pitiful.
Very pitiful, man. Go ahead.
And forgiveth sin.
And forgiveth sin. So, now, that's why it was a message to the Lord. Somebody give me, damn, I might have to quote it and you have to get it. The creature was made subject to humanity. Not willing to give me that. So it's a reason why that you was put in these chains. It's a reason why you in this body. This gonna throw somebody off right here, man. It's a reason why you going off. There's a method to that. So that you might call on the Lord, man. See, if you was perfect, then why would you need Yahweh Shemel Shah, man? See, there's a method to this, man. You got it?
This 2 Corinthians 12 and 9, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
Yeah, my grace is sufficient for thee.
Hold
up. Why is it grace? It wouldn't be no need for grace. I'm going to say this, right? Let's simplify this. If you got a bill, a power bill, they have a grace period. The grace period don't apply to you if you got the money for it, right? The grace period only apply for those who are in debt, which when you go into this body is clay. And clay symbolizes debt. You in debt, man. Being in this body by default, you in debt. Because that word clay goes back to debt, man. To tell you that in Hebrew, Habakkuk the second chapter. See what I'm saying? Yeah. And you latent. The scripture even say that Israel sins is latent. I think that's Isaiah the first chapter. Yeah, I see that. I see that. That's good right there.
Where? Son, he's not.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from.
That's
Huh?
the sun. That's the sun.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, but that's the setting. But the spirit had it when we were talking about it was real cold, but it done warmed up out here. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of I'll watch my bet with the last one.
Going to jail now.
Going to jail now. Yeah, come on.
It's 2 Corinthians 12:9, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
That's bad. My strength is made perfect in weakness. So in order for the Lord to help us outside and work his work, we have to be vulnerable, man. We have to be in a compromising situation, man. We have to be made weak for the Lord's strength to be shown in us. Man. So it's a method for this. It's a method why you go off. Right. And see, we desire to do the thing. Oh, Romans the 7th chapter break that all the way down. Man. Because the true men of the Lord, we desire to do the things that's pleasing to the Lord. But as long as we're in these chains, we can't accomplish that too. You know? But again, the Lord set it up that way to see who, who's going to call on him, man. So that's showing you that the Lord is beautiful, man. He wants to genuinely, he want to feel genuinely accepted by his people. He don't want to, the Lord don't want to have to, like I was telling y'all about, like, you see these dudes in these clubs and shit, they bust out doing a dance move, like they, you know what I mean? Step in the name of love, man. They putting on a show, they selling themselves to a broad. Like, I'm promoting myself. Choose me, baby. And you bust out doing the damn thing. The Lord ain't finna do that. The Lord a great king, man. And we're all great kings. They don't compromise, man. In fact, he chose you, man. What the hell you think like you chose the Lord? Today I give my life over to the Lord, man. That's that Christian bullshit. Go ahead.
Yeah, like, Lord don't need you, we need the Lord, man.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. This is Luke 15:1. Then drew near unto him all the publicans and sinners for to hear him. And the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, this man receiveth sinners and eateth with them.
Woo! This man receiveth sinners and eateth with them, man. That's why Yahushua made the statement, those who are whole need no need of the physician, man. So the Lord Yahushua dealing with us, man. And when you come to that's why the Lord said, he that is of a contrite heart, that's who the Lord said, this is the man that I will look unto. But in order for you to have a contrite heart, you gotta be going on. See how heavy the Lord ways is, man? And that's totally contrary to what they teach you in these churches. They have this idea of, yeah, man, Sister James, brother and Sister James, they outstanding citizens. Man, get the hell out of here, man. And they soaking that shit. They basking that type of glory. They love those accolades and them pats on the back. But guess what? We ain't looking for that, man. We ain't nothing, man. We sinners, and we pray that Yahweh Shema Shah see fit to have mercy on us, man. And that's what he's doing. He's beginning to have mercy on us, man. And all of you that's able to partake in these sins and digest the words of the Lord, man, that's a sign that the Lord's dealing with you. All right, come on. Go ahead. There's something else we had called for, though. No. Vanity.
Romans 8:20. You got that on the, you got that?
Made accepted the vanity. You want to get a piece off before you get?
Yeah, go ahead. Just laying back on what you said about the Most High making us lowly for his grace, all right, and his power to be seen. This is the Apostle Paul. Quick example of that. Apostle Paul, 2 Corinthians 12:8. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice that it might depart from me, all right, which is the thorn that was in his side, all right. And he besought the Lord, or he went to the Lord thrice, meaning 3 times, for him to take the thorn out of the side. And this is what the Lord
told him. Can I say too real quick? A thorn, it could have been on any level. Right. Because what's the whole purpose of a thorn? To prick you. So whatever pricks you in this walk, that's something that the Lord placed there to keep you mindful that you ain't shit, man. You gotta walk through that. Yeah. You got a splinter in your hand, small as a splinter here, it throw your whole day off. You had to always show attention to it. I got to get this shit out of it. But you know, that's what the Lord means by that thorn. Right. It's something that along your walk, it's that little thing that reminds you, hold up, I'm not shit. Lord. The Lord put that thorn there so you can always show attention to it. Because you always show attention to that thorn. Right. You can be goddamn on a private jet, you know what I mean? And you got a thorn, you're like, man, fuck that, man. So that's what the Lord did to all of us. It's something that pricks all of us. You're going right to the day, you might be finna go astray, then all of a sudden that prick, that thorn hits you. Shit, man. You know? God, please forgive. Yep, go ahead.
Verse 9. And he said unto me, this is the point, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient enough for thee. All right? For my strength is made perfect in weakness.
Right, so in order for you to see the Lord work, you got to be weak. See? Go ahead.
It says, most gladly, therefore will I rather glory in my infirmities, but the power of a Mashiach may rest upon me.
So we glory in our infirmities. Right. Meaning what? We don't say, yeah, man, we got all this knowledge, blah, blah, blah. We have to, as time frame that we the men, and that's done through the Spirit of the Lord, so you won't have no excuses. You know, it's like this, right? You got people that get upset when we say we got 100% truth. But you should be encouraged by that, man. If you're in a car with somebody and they say, yo, man, I don't know surely where I'm going, you ain't going to be comfortable with that, man. You're going to be comfortable with somebody saying, yeah, man, we're going to get that, man. So that's the Spirit of the Lord on us to do that. So it won't be no excuse. The Lord going to say, look, my men told you who they was, man. The fuck you was waiting on? You thought I was going to come down and break it down? Lord, yeah, sitting up in your, Lord, sitting, materialize in your room. You got your scriptures on you. That ain't gonna help, man. Good. No, man, that ain't gonna help, man. Yep, come on.
This is the book of Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. It says, and when this comes to pass, lo, it will come, then shalt thou know that a prophet have been among them.
Right, so the Lord said he's going to send a prophet among them. Right? That always happens. This ain't no deep thing right here we talking about. This common knowledge if you really know the scriptures. The Lord always raised up prophets to convey his word. Okay, so what you think that changed? The Lord don't change. It tells you that in the book of Malachi, the 3rd chapter. All right, so now let's get this Romans. Oh, you got more on it? All right, go ahead. Yeah, you got it? Come on.
It's on Romans chapter 8, verse.
I got it. Okay, come on, bring it up. All right, good. You got it.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings...
Yep, that's beautiful. It all ties in. Go ahead.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Right, so you can't compare, what we're going through now. We're going to forget all about this bullshit, man. We ain't going to think twice about what we suffered here in Babylon the Great, man. We're going to be so overwhelmed with joy, man, just at the sight of the Yahushua. And I'm going to say this to all you believers as well, man. Right. All you believers, man, you just as important as us. And that's scripture, because why? What Yahushua said, if you love me, feed my sheep. So who important, man? Y'all important, man. That's why we feed y'all, man. And all the brothers and sisters out there that help out, guess what? The Lord is going to help you, man.
All right.
This is a family, man. This is an arena. This is the house of David we'll be in right now, man.
Like the scripture say, you're going to receive a prophet's reward.
Matthew the 10th chapter. Even if you give one of us a cup of water, man. What that? Hey, man, there's just so many scriptures, man. We can get it, but, at the Spirit, you can hold it on. We get this right here.
Romans 8 and 19, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
Now, what do that mean? The earnest expectation of the creatures wait for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. That's dealing with all the nations and the 2/3. In their spirit, they waiting on the earnest manifestation of the next rulers of the planet Earth. Right. Because even though, let's say you might come up against us and say, man, the hell with you, I love America. But in your spirit, you rallying for us to be the next rulers. I'm going to prove that. Whenever you wake up and you cough, that's a form of you waiting on us to be the Lord back. Whenever you complain about the traffic, that's a form of you waiting on us to be manifest. So in essence, you need us. You need us to go ahead and rule, man. See that? See that? That was a vague, that came from, I don't know where the hell that came from.
That's right.
Oh, even the animals, everything. All the animals, all the people, everybody except Esau.
Right.
Except Esau, let's get that straight. Esau don't want us to rule. Because our rule is going to turn to their demise.
Right.
Because these two cannot coexist. Righteousness and wickedness, man, we going to get rid of your ass, man.
Right.
Oh, which by the way, did y'all see that? I'm going to have to send them. Lord, what I'm going to do a video on. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm going to send them like this, man. Trying to tell you now. Hey, but I'm going to say this, right? Did y'all see the video about the, but they came out saying about the depopulation goes back to the abortions and shit like that. I'm gonna send y'all that. Did you see that? Elder Malcolm.
Yeah. Trying to get rid of the Jake. Trying to get rid of Jake.
The Spirit had, we went into that last night. We didn't even really, we weren't even thinking. I didn't see that post. We were just going to, we were talking about how you got these vaccines and different diseases out here. Like we said, it's all an effort to get rid of us. So guess what? Esau's desire is to eradicate us, but the Lord is going to flip it and bounce it, and we're going to eradicate your motherfucking ass.
That's right.
And who knows, when we burn the motherfuckers, it might give off a great instinct. It might give off a great smell.
3 kings.
Yeah, going to be a great sacrifice. As nasty as the motherfucker, that might be the perfect instinct. Esau is the perfect instinct, man. You're going to burn that motherfucker, man. The way he built his molecular structure, his DNA, he give off the perfect smell. Yeah, 3 kings. And that's gonna be a beautiful day. That's gonna be a beautiful day in the lure of Israel. Man, that's gonna be, man. That's gonna go down in history, man. That's gonna go down the day we get rid of that motherfucker, man. That's our arch enemy. That's a bad story right there. King David. Look, hey, you got the honor. No, you got it. No, King, you got it. Just like that. Right through the house, right through the shot, man. Pardon us. But hey, this is our desire, man. If you ain't serious minded, you ain't gonna understand that, man. Yeah, come on.
It's Obadiah 1:18. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame.
Yep.
In the house of Esau for stubble.
Yeah, in the house of Esau for stubble, man. That's in the scriptures right there. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, man. Because if you leave one lone devil, he'll be in the back house creating a God. You know what I mean? It'll be like, them scary movies. And the shit you thought was over, it'll be a part 2. Goddamn, his son or some shit. You know what I mean? His son come out, you know what I mean? His son wink or something. Oh shit, part 2. That would happen. That'll happen if we leave one fucking Edomite, man. You got some Edomite, like Saul said, Look, check it.
They thought they killed him, but they was in the back of the bus. He get rid of all.
That's Esau. If you don't kill him, the cops need to chill, man. Y'all just need to chill, man. God damn. It don't make no sense no more, man. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right, and this highlights the real, this is the way Esau really feel about you, man. Yep, go ahead.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will repair thee unto blood.
Right, so this is joy, man. God damn, what you want, man? What the fuck you so-called Negroes, especially as much as Black tribes and Native Americans want? God damn, the Lord said he's going to avenge us. He's going to make love pursue these same devils that put hell on you. What else you want? You should rejoice in that, man. But yet, you can have a problem with us because we convey that good news to you, man. But you know what? We at the time that we don't care, man. We only teaching those who are Yahweh. Because, hey, the elect is close to the elect could be sealed. We're in 2020, and the Lord have unleashed the floodgates. Oh, man. The floodgates. Oh, man. Shit, right now, it ain't the time to sit down and break it down to nobody, man. We got to tell you, look, man, there's a book called the Book of Jeremiah, right? Then it ain't for you.
God, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yep, and that's justice right there. Right? Yep, so come on, let's
Romans chapter 8, verse 19 again, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
Right, so every time you complain about a check, the government cutting too much of your check, I don't care who you is. That's a form of you waiting on the earnest expectations of the sons of the Most High. Whether you know it, it's unbeknown to you, you don't know why you look. In essence, what you're showing is that you're waiting on the true rulers of the planet Earth to be established. Even though our people come up against us, every time they lock arms and march, they can hate the Israelites. But guess what? You proving that you're waiting on us to be See what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, Romans 8 and verse 20,
yep.
For the creature was made subject to vanity.
Now, this one we want to focus on. The creature was made subject to vanity, right? Meaning the Lord put us in these chains. The Lord made us weak and vulnerable. And it was a method to that so that we might put our trust in Him, right? But the only ones that was going to do that would be the elect. See, go ahead.
It says, not willingly.
See, not willingly. We don't want to go off. We don't want to be in these chains, man. We don't want to do the things that we know that's not pleasing to our power, man. You know, we desire to please Yahweh. And that's what it tells you that in Romans the 7th chapter, where you said, the inward man. Hey, we don't have to go there, man. We don't have to go there, because that drive the point home, man. Matter of fact, go ahead and finish that off. Go ahead.
It says, finishing up in Romans 8 and 20, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subject the same in hope.
See, the Lord subjected you to hope. Now, when you go into that word subject, that means the Lord put you under the rule. All right, you break that word subject down, it means under rule. Sub goes back to under. That's when you get the word submarine or submerged. Inject goes back to jection, which means rule. So subject means under rule. The Lord put us under the rule of hope. There's nothing you can do. Well, go ahead.
It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
And what's that? These chains.
Right.
Now let's focus on it. Let's examine that dynamic, right? America is a prison house, but the body is the same. That's just like if you're in the county jail, yeah, you actually in the building, but you in a cell. There's a cell inside of the building. So this is the building, America, and the body is the chains. These are the cells. You got a damn rib cage, look like a fucking, it look like barbells, man. Yeah, come on.
You swipe like in the cage, you swiping the thing.
Yeah, ready to get out,
Ready to get out.
See that?
It says, into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High.
Right. So, yeah, this is that. The change, matter of fact, go to Romans 7 real quick and go to the last. Go to who? We're going to examine most of all this, but I want you to go down to where it says, who shall deliver me from this body?
That says,
then we don't read that. Then we go right now. Well, we just still started.
Yep. It's Romans chapter 7.
Mm-hmm.
You start at verse.
Guess right away, we're going to get all of me. Yep, we go, yeah.
It's Romans chapter 7, verse 14. Mm-hmm. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
Oh, man, come on now, man. That right there proves that there's no way you can keep the law in this body, man. And I'm going to say this, the law is in effect. Because why? If the law went in effect, then we wouldn't need Yahweh Shai. If the law was done away with it, then it would be no need for Yahweh Shai. The reason why Yahweh Shai is going to come as a valiant, heroic soldier, if you will, hero, is because we in debt, man.
Right.
We in debt.
Man, you said, yeah, you bought with a price. That's it.
Yep.
Hey, I gotta add to that. That price is his bloodshed.
Come on now.
Written in red.
Oh, it's written in red. Yeah, we got to go there too, man. That written in blood. That's why the words of Yahweh Shai written in red. Meaning what? Your resources of money or none of that can trump or offset what the Lord spent, man. Yeah, yep. Come on, now. Yep, go ahead.
Just add on going to that dynamic. That's the reason why Yahweh tried to sacrifice himself. Because we're so under sin. Yeah. So there's no way out of it. Even the scriptures that tell you that going all the way back to Adam, it was already sown, man. Right, that evil was sown. And we had to go off, man. So through Yahweh Shai, hey, he paid the ultimate price by his blood, and we be taken out of the bondage and the captivity of sin, man.
Right. Yep. And nothing in this earth, no resource in this earth can pay for that. You can mount up everything in the earth and say, Lord, you got all the gold, all the silver. Now can we be free? No, man. This is in another realm. That's why I said the law is spiritual. What we're dealing with is outside of this realm, man. And it took Yahweh Shai to be that sacrifice, man. That's why when it comes to the riches of the Lord, there's nothing you can do to retain it. The Lord got to give you that, man. You can't just retain that on your own because, you know what prove that? How vulnerable you are when it comes to a memory. Let's say you might be talking and you say, oh shit, I had a brain freeze. Damn, it slipped my mind. That's the most helpless feeling in the world, man. Nothing you can do to bring that thought back. Let's show you right there that it's Yahweh Shai that controls a man and the things that he's able to retain and hold fast. Oh, that's why Yahweh Shai said hold fast. That's talking about with this, and this word is known as what? Oil. So oil is slippery. You can lose it.
Well, you can't be no leaky vessel.
Yeah, you can't be, and you got to be focused in. You got to pay attention to the truth, man. Yep, go ahead.
I got y'all go back to Romans chapter 7, back at verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not.
Yep.
But what I hate, that do I.
Yeah, the thing that you hate, you do that, man. Yep, go ahead.
It says,
oh, and that's the dynamic of being in a chain. You know, because the chain holds you back. These bodies hold us back from perfection, man. If you sit in a chair and your hand chained down, you got to grab a cup of water, what holds you back? Hey, you desire to get that cup of water, but something holding you back. That's these bodies, man. You got that? What you got, Jules?
15. 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption.
Now we had a more sophisticated, if you will, Christian. Because you got like the dumbed down John 3 and 16 Christian. Then you might have like a more sophisticated Christian that bring that out. Well, what do you get? The scripture say flesh and blood can't enter the kingdom. That means you gotta die. No, man. Let's talk about when you go up into those chariots. These bodies is not coming with you, man. See? Go ahead,
it says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
Right, so the Lord going to break us out of prison, so to speak. The Lord going to come kick down the door in this jailhouse, and He's going to break us out of these chains. Yep, you got it? Go ahead.
In the book of Jude 1 and verse 6, and the angels which kept not the first estate.
Right, the angels which kept not their first estate. Go ahead.
But left their own habitation.
Go ahead.
He hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of the great day.
Right, so this right here is a dark stand, man. You ask somebody to read that and say, see, there's angels underground. You know, you got documentaries where they say angels, 400-foot angels under the Vatican City, man. Yeah, the Nephilim. Yeah, the Napoleon. Yeah, man. That's a bugged out. Because that leads you back to Enoch. If a nigga talk about that, means he come from the book of Enoch. You got to get away from that nigga, man. Because you're going to either kill him. I mean, it's just too bugged out, man. That's why I was going to say wisdom is too high for a fool, man. It's hard to compromise with niggas like that, man. You thought Christian, now Christian's the most bugged out person in the world, but them niggas like that, them Enoch niggas, man. But what about the John? You know what I mean? What about the John? You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me that you don't believe there's giants under Vatican City, man?
Come on, man.
That's not canon, man. Okay, the book of Enoch, okay? Hey, come on. Yeah, that's not canon. All right, yeah, come on. Go read this again.
Okay, this
We're
Jude.
going to break down through the spirit of party how about somebody shot this thing saying.
Yeah, this Jude 1 and verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate.
Right, now we those angels, man. Because the angel, there's angels in every realm. You got angels that's before the throne of the Lord. The archangel. Oh, that's why they know it's archangels. Ark is the top, you know. Then you got angels on the planet Earth. Angels just go back to messengers, man. So we messengers, we actually angels. But we didn't keep our first escape. See? Go ahead.
It says, but left their own habitation.
But we left our own habitation, our own dwelling. Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says, he hath preserved in everlasting chains under darkness.
Everlasting chains. Okay, and that's these bodies, man. And we're going to prove that these chains are them bodies. Matter of fact, hold that up. You go jump all the way down. Who said deliver me from?
It's Romans chapter 7, verse 24. O wretched man that I am.
Oh, wretched man that I am. Go ahead.
Who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Of the body of this death. Now jump up a couple verses up. Right? Right here. All right, now these everlasting chains, we're going to prove that these bodies. Go ahead.
It says, verse 23, I see another law in my members.
I see another law in my members. What's your members? Your body. Go ahead.
Warring against the law of my mind.
And your mind is your spirit. So that's a struggle for you in chains, right? Go ahead.
And bringing me into captivity to the law of sin.
So captivity is somebody to change. So that body is the chain. Yeah, now you're going to get down now. He's out here. Yeah, go ahead.
Captivity
You
to
told
the
me
law.
here when you come on, I get the freestyle.
Coming hard.
Bringing it out. Bringing it out. Deep vision to see. God damn it. Yeah, go ahead.
It says captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
Hold up, see captivity, which is what? What means what? These are chains. So the everlasting chains of darkness. I had a bug out that actually about 2.5 weeks ago came on the long, drawn out paragraphs and shit talking about, well, what about the, oh, it was on the same video, I believe. I went into the nephew.
Oh, yeah, kind
Yeah, well, what about the, he thought he went somewhere. What about you? And the chains of darkness. I ain't answer him, man. That's a headache waiting to hell, man. Yeah, you can't get front for a smile. If you ain't got it, you just ain't got it, man.
Funny moment.
You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker got no words and shit. You know what I mean? Toilet tissue and shit, man.
All the toilet tissue he needs.
Yeah, you got all the toilet tissue you need. There you go. Oh, yeah, we got it. Yeah, come on. Let's go back there.
Back in verse 15, it says, for that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. For what I hate, that do I.
Which is what? Somebody could be in chains. Hey, when you're in jail, you can't just go eat a fucking steak dinner. Because you're in chains, man. The things that you desire to do is limited now. Because you actually in jail. You're in bondage. So we desire to do the thing to please you. How about you, Shah? We want to be able to please the Lord, right? But we can't do it because we're in the chains. Yeah. But it all goes back to Romans 8 chapter. The creature was made subject to vanity, man. There's a method to that, so we can cry out. That's why Shah was known as a deliverer. Yeah. This is the movie. These is the theatrics, okay? Cain can't get shot unless he ran with old dog. Man, come on, man. These are things that gotta help. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this Hebrews 8, and I started 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second.
Right, so that's bad right there, man. If it wasn't an old dog, if it wasn't, if it was an old dog to kill the chick, that goop, then Cain came down.
Yep.
That's why the man who made the movie, he had to set up the scenario. Yep. It had to be phases that lead to the climax. So in order for this second establishment of the covenant, the first one had to be, you know.
Yep.
See, go ahead.
It says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah.
Yeah, see that? Come on, man. That's the new body, man. The truth, you said know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Free from what? These bodies. Ultimately, that's what this truth is going to do. It's going to set you free. Yeah, we're starting off. Oh, because there's a saying with them jail niggas, you can free my body. What it says, you can lock my body, but you can't lock my mind. Well, that's the first stages of the rehabilitation. So that's with us. We in prison, but we develop that mentality. But now it's ultimately going to lead to us being free out of the prison. Yep, go ahead.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, for the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the thing, can never, with those sacrifices which they offer year by year continually, make the comers thereunto perfect.
Right, yeah, so that it wasn't meant through the spirit and power. How about I say it wasn't meant for you to continue? Because you know what, when you really go into the depth of most of it, Jake was taking advantage of that. You know, you have a lot of Jake that have, turtle doves and lamb in the cut. Oh, and even Jake had made it into a hustle. Remember when your house side came up in the temple? And your house side started kicking everybody's ass? Why? Because they was in there selling, hey man, I got 2 turtle doves. That's fucking Jake, man. Yeah, they made it out of house of merchandise, man. So the Lord said, man, you think you gonna finesse me, man? Now it's going to be a thing of spiritual. It's going to be a spiritual sacrifice. And how many people going to come out here and sacrifice their bodies, man? Because that's what the Lord said. This is the sacrifice. Oh, even on the flip side, how many people going to sit and watch these live streams and watch these videos when they could easily be watching, you know, some more shit, man? You know, rap battle or something.
It says in verse 2, it says, for then, they not have because that the worshipers once purged should have had no more conscience of sin. But in those sacrifices, there is a remembrance again.
Yeah, because you're not really washed. You know, it's we just read. The Apostle Paul said the law is spiritual, you know, but the flesh is carnal. So that was an external move when you're going and taking a physical lamb, you sacrificing it. Man, once you sacrifice it, man, inwardly you still ain't right, man. You know, you kind of made you put a band-aid on a more temporary atonement, man. But what we going through now is a thorough purging of the spirit, man. That's going to prepare us for something, going to propel us into the kingdom of heaven, man. And everybody ain't fit for this. Why? Because the scriptures tell you that the Lord is acceptable, man. Is tried through the furnace of affliction. Like that nigga was out here last week. Spirit made me think about it. Where he at, man? He promised him he would be here. Yeah, he had a head wrap. Yeah, with the soft, subtle questions. So shouldn't we all? That right the king shit, man. Yeah, that's why that nigga right the king. When he came with that shit, can we get that was a dark time in so-called black history, man. He didn't get his ass whooped. And he come out there. Oh, and then they saw him later, like 5 years later, he was into skateboarding and shit. Yeah, he ended up dead. The Lord killed that nigga. The Lord said enough with this nigga, man. Because he came out and shit skateboarding. Nigga was 46 and shit, perm and shit. He had a perm in his hair and shit. Yeah, right, the king, man. Can we all just get along? Some crazy shit. Yep, go ahead.
Back at verse 3, it says,
but like I was saying, yeah, through the Spirit, there's only certain men that's going to be qualified to go through this purging. This is the real transition, if you will, into the new covenant, man. Go ahead.
It's, Isaiah 1:16, wash ye, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings. From before mine eyes, cease to do evil. Learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed.
Hold up, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. This is the way that this is the Lord required of you to come back into His good graces, man. Pump wisdom. Wisdom of Solomon, 7 chapters, 28 verses. Yep. Hey, somebody hold. You got more on that? This second Ezra's 2. You know what I'm on 2, I think, or 20 or something like that. Get that real quick. You got the picture? Right. Yeah, get yours.
This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High.
How do you cry unto the Most High, man? Through teaching His word. Go ahead.
For ye shall be remembered of Him that brought these things upon you.
Yeah.
For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more.
Yep, and that's where we are in the process. This is what the Lord requires of us, man. The narrative don't change. And let's show you how simple Jake is. They think they're going to go, goddamn, get doused into some water. Yeah. Pool water, man. Come out. Yeah. Raw come out, nipples hard. Hey, man, somebody give me, I think that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, come in the raw, come out, nipple hard. Everybody there like, man, god damn. They get the ball up. Man, that's it off, man. Yeah, wear t-shirts like this. Yep, that's it.
That goes back to you get baptized, guess what? You're still doing the same.
You come out twice the nigga.
Twice as dirty.
But in fact, give me you come out twice the nigga, man. Hey, give me what's that? I think that's Jeremiah 2. What it said through
Nitri. Yeah, that
Jeremiah 2, I think that is. And go down to about like 22. I think it's something like that. Because the only way you're going to be clean is through the understanding of His word. Okay? The Lord is polishing up the inward man. Oh, matter of fact, somebody give me Psalm 7 and 10. Give me Psalm 7 and 10. Yeah, come on.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 6.
That's it.
It's not just the fast that I've chosen to loose the bands of wickedness.
Right, and that's what the Lord said too. Loose the bands of wickedness, man. Go ahead. And that brings us to 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter. You know? The Lord said that too. The Lord said, I'm here to free the captives. That's loosing the bands. Go ahead.
To undo the heavy burdens and to let the oppressed go free.
That's, let the oppressed go free. Yep, go ahead.
And that you break every yoke.
And that we break every yoke. We breaking the yoke, man. And that's why the story was with Paul and Barnabas or Paul and Silas. They was locked up. Then that earthquake broke them out of them chains. That's when the missiles come. When the missiles come, you're going to shake up out of these bodies, man. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, that was it? All right, yep, come on. Yeah, give me a deal. Give me Psalms first, then we go there.
All right, come this book of Psalms
7 and 10.
This book of Psalms 7 and 10. Like the feet is of the Most High, which salvation in the upright in heart.
We saved it. Read it again.
It says, like the feet is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart.
He was saving the upright in heart, meaning the inward man. So it's not about these bodies. The Lord polishing up the inward man. That's why we brought up the Baruch saying, in your mind is the Lord's strength. Everything starts with your mind, man. All right, now come on. That was it on that, right? All right, now give it to that.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and 22.
Oh, and somebody give me Psalm, what's that? You know the scripture talking about where it says matter of fact, go ahead. 51. Let's go ahead now. Go ahead.
Yep.
Call all y'all about myself. The Lord gave me like a brain freeze and He brought it back. I was holding fast. I was trying to hold like, all right.
You know what?
Hey, you just, like I say, Most High making the point. You just brought that up.
Yeah. You helped us, man. You helped us. That's why I acknowledged it right off the top. The Lord, how about you not try to get a brain freeze? You still fighting, though, boy. What is it? Lord. Out of all the people, you know what I mean, down here, you know. Yeah, come on. Lord, you know, He's dealing, man. Go ahead.
Straight up. This Jeremiah 2 and 22.
Yep.
For though thou wash thee with nitrate.
Right. If you can wash your hands with nitrate, go ahead.
It take thee much soap.
It take thee much soap. Meaning you can take some Dove soap down there when the pastor take you down and you come up out that motherfucker. What does God say?
It said, yet thine iniquity is marked before me.
Yo, iniquity is still marked before the Lord, man. So this is an inward man process. The Lord cleaning up our inward man and is giving us a different outlook. The things that make you laugh, you Americans, it don't affect us. The things that make you cry. Oh, Kobe Bryant. Everybody cried. We chuckled. You know, Kobe was a good dude. As far as he was sitting here to do what he was supposed to do. Because it tells you that in Ecclesiastes 39 chapter, that the Lord set up men to have a certain lot. He was sitting here, he wasn't sitting here to prophesy. He was sitting here to play ball and get put to death, man. Go ahead,
Psalm 119 and 9.
Yep,
But withal shall a young man cleanse his way.
So this the scripture's giving you the blueprint. This is the formula. How you gonna clean your way?
It says, by taking heed thereto according to thy word.
And that links up with St. John 15 chapter. Yep, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 10. I, the Lord, searches the heart and try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways.
Yeah, and now that's heavy when the scripture said try the reins, right? When you really go into the reins, that goes back to, like a horse.
Yep.
You put them the reins. So what the Lord really said, he's stirring you the way he wants you to go. See what I'm saying? I try you, I make you go this way, I make you go that way. Right? See, because you can read that and you can think like the Lord just looking, I'm going to read your mind. That is so that the Lord ain't really got all control. He just got the ability to read your mind. But no, that's really saying, not only do I got the ability to read your mind, I got the ability to dictate what you want to do. That's why the scripture says, try to reins. That when you go into that word reins, it goes back to when you put on the horse and you direct them. Boy, bad, man. Go ahead.
I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doing.
Yep, according to the fruit of his doing. Yep. That's the way of the Lord. And that's why we feel. Yep. Hey, make sure you give me that Psalm 51. You have a preach on something? You had a preach on, right? Yeah, get that, then we go get this Psalm 51. Go ahead.
It's Matthew chapter 23, verse 23. That's Slocky.
Whoa. Where you at, Matthew 23 and 23? Hey. Now, what I want you to do since you went there, go to the blue letter on this. We're going to just go here. This bad right here. Somebody go, no, wait, you read up, and then somebody go to the blue letter. Matthew 23 and 23. Oh, there you go, eh? Yep. Okay, my Shaya's out there. I saw him for myself. He going in. You sure you out there? Not only out there, he going in. Look at the video. They going into the blue letter and shit. Yeah, go ahead,
It's Matthew chapter 23, and I'm starting verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith.
Now, real quick, Yahweh Shah said you omitted the weightier things of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith, right? Now, that word mercy, when you examine it, we're gonna look up the word mercy real quick. Click on that word mercy.
It's the word mercy. Strong's G 1656. It says mercy, kindness.
Now you know what I want you to do? Go down to the Strong's. Hold on, what does it say right there? They switched it up. Matter of fact, lead it up here and see what they got. They switched it up. We'll read it anyway.
It says
He
mercy.
saw a motherfucker, man.
It says mercy, kindness, or goodwill towards the miserable and the afflicted, joined with desire to help them. It says of men towards men to exercise the virtue.
Oh, yeah, go to the Most High towards men.
All right, it says of the Most High towards men in general, providence, the evidence, the mercy.
That's it. They didn't change it. Go ahead.
It says in general, providence, the mercy of clemency.
Clemency. Now, right there, stop right there. Somebody look up clemency. Just go to a simple Google of clemency.
It's the regular Google definition of clemency. It says mercy. It says mercy, innocence, And the
Oh, mercy, leniency. Now look up leniency. This is what you got to do. You got to dig. You got to toil.
You getting that shovel.
You getting that shovel and you toil it. Then you hit oil. Oh, you strike oil.
Yeah.
It's the oil.
You got all you have.
Yeah, you get the oil. Now you're rich. Look up leniency. Because we just looked up that word mercy that leads to clemency, which goes to leniency. We're going to show you how really mercy is, man. To see, that's why when you look up the definition, it says mercy. And the first definition is mercy with men towards men. Then the one we see is mercy with the Most High towards men. There's a different mercy right there. I'll show you mercy for some. I might not show you mercy for some. But the Lord's showing us the mercy shit that a man wouldn't show you mercy for. Oh, that's why King David said, I'll fall into the hands of the Lord.
In my enemy. That's it right there.
We're going to show you that right here. Leniency, what does it say?
Leniency.
Hold up. Oh, read this, man. Read it slow, and everybody pay attention to this. Check this out.
It's the word leniency, the fact or quality of being more merciful or tolerant than expected.
That's what the Lord is going to show toward the elect. He's going to be more merciful and tolerant than expected. Meaning the Lord going to forgive us for things that you wouldn't believe, man. That's why when we get up in them chariots, we're going to be crying, man. We're going to be shedding tears. We're going to be crying to Yahweh Bashim outside, man. Snotty nose, man. Read that again. You see that, man? You see that, man? Hey, man, when I read that, man, it do something to you, man. When I read that, man, it fucked me up, man. When I read that, man, it affected me, man. You get emotional when you see how the Lord gonna be merciful. Man, read this again, man.
It says leniency.
And that's when I was trying to call them Pharisees. You know he was going in on that. Because he was like, look, motherfucker, I'm finna forgive Israel. I'm finna do something for Israel that you niggas wouldn't do, man. Because ultimately when the Lord died, that meant it was gonna benefit Israel as a whole, overall. 70 years from now, some of you know Israel gonna be good. I mean, because you know this ain't happening too. I can say for certain. 70 years from now, you know what I mean? I can guarantee y'all Israel gonna be good. And it's gonna go back to your house side, man. Yeah, come on, read that definition.
The word leniency, again, is the fact or quality of being more merciful or tolerant than expected. Clemency.
Damn, you got another charge right here.
It says leniency, the fact of being, the fact of quality of being more merciful or tolerant than expected.
Being more merciful or tolerant than expected, man. So the Lord is being tolerant and merciful than expected.
Which one I put in? That one right
So
here.
that was it. Now let's go back to use that up.
It's back in Matthew chapter 23, starting at verse 25. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites,
The water.
for ye may clean the outside of the cup.
Right, so that means the outward man. Externally, you clean, man. But what about the inward man? Go ahead, read.
And of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess.
Go ahead.
Thou blind Pharisee,
Okay, Kyle.
cleanse first that which is within the cup.
That's so bad right there, man. Woo! That's so bad right there. And that's dealing with what? The inward man. See, that's what the Lord, that's the task at hand. The Lord, hold Malachi, the 3rd chapter. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Malachi 3:1. Start at 1. That's the task given to your house to clean those up.
Yeah, this is Malachi chapter 3:1. It said, behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before thee, before me, Salakia, and the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come into his temple, even that messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts.
Read.
But who may abide the day of his coming?
Go
Who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap.
Meaning what? It's how it's side that clean the inward man. All right, so let's go back. Give what you got.
Ephesians 5 and verse 26. It says that he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Right. Right. The washing of water by the word.
You know what? Luke 18 and 9 go all into that.
Right. Yeah, somebody get that. Get that out. Yeah, you got it on deck now? Yeah, bring it out.
All right, this is Luke 18 and verse 9. It says, and he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. He said, 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other one a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, Yahweh, I thank thee, that I am not as other men are, extortionists, unjust, adulterous, or even as this publican. Verse 12 says, I fast twice in a week. I give tithes all that I possess. And the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much of his eyes towards heaven.
Right. Hey, that's the two extremes. Either you humble in the eyes of the Lord or you proud. You know. So that publican, he was mostly contrite in the sight of God versus the Pharisees, you know, who boasted in all of his works. Yep, go ahead,
Alright, so you know it says, let me start 13. It says, and the publican standing afar off will not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smoke upon his breast, saying, the Most High, be merciful
I know y'all can relate to that. Every day you asking the Lord not to kill you, have mercy on you.
I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. Everyone that exalted himself shall be abased. Everyone that humbled himself shall be exalted.
Right. Everyone that exalted himself shall be abased. What the scripture said about the beginning of pride. What? Coming for fall, man. Read that last part again up.
It says, I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other, for everyone that exalted
himself. So that man gonna come back with the truth, man. It's the reincarnation, man. That's being justified. Go ahead.
Everyone that exalted himself shall be abased.
So everyone that put himself on high shall be abased. Go ahead.
And everyone that humbled himself shall be exalted.
Yeah, so the man that put himself low, take the low seat, shall be exalted. You know? Got a good precept.
Yeah, go ahead. We're going to get
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16, it says, For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Because you're not taking these bodies with you. All right? So it's the inward man, and this day by day is being renewed, you know? It's being replenished, polished up in the spirit. And we becoming better men day by day, you know? All right? So,
This is Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 5 and 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long-suffering. He will in no wise let thee go.
Yeah, so you can't get the big head either. Like, you got it figured out. No, I done made it. Yeah. Man, the Lord, man, each day we go, man, we tremble, man. You know? We don't know, because we all guilty to it. The Lord is justified in bringing judgment on all of us. That's why the key clause in the contract is enduring to the end. You know? Yep. So nobody really can boast. Really, none of us can boast. From the head to the tail can boast. We all at the mercy of the Lord, man. Right? And that's that.
Scripture says, the only thing you need to boast in is what? You know the Lord.
That you know the Lord. Oh, you can hit that if you want. Jeremiah 9 chapter. That's the only thing we should boast in. Oh, and that's why people take us as being proud and cocky. Right. Because we say, yo, we got the truth. No, the Lord told us to boast in it. Right. 9 and 24, whoever can get it.
It's Jeremiah 9, and I'm going to start at verse 23. It's Jeremiah 9 and verse 23. It says, Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
Yeah.
Let not the rich man glory in his riches.
And that's all Jake do. Especially these rap niggas, glory in their riches. The wise men have glory in their wisdom. The strong man, glory in their strength. Go ahead. But none of them give the praise to Yahweh Shemashah. And even if they attempt to, it's to God and sweet Jesus. They're not always mindful of the scourges, man. Go ahead.
Continuing on to verse 24, it says, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
Meaning what? We understand and know the scripture. And we glory in that.
Yeah,
Thank the
God,
Lord.
God, God.
Oh, man, the Lord. Oh, man. We got the best occupation. It's an honor to do the work of the Lord. That's what we do. We glory in the fact that we know this truth, man. Yeah. Oh, just speak up there, bring it up.
Solomon and his servant, he went out to the land and tell about Solomon.
Yeah.
That's what we do about Yahweh.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's bad right there. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, too. Really, man, this is mercy. Right. This is the mercy of Yahweh Bashim Shah that you're seeing displayed right now, man.
Right.
All right. Because, like the scriptures say, what charity covers a multitude of sins.
Yep. That's it.
And this is how you're charitable, man. If the Lord doesn't allow you to do this, then how your sins going to be covered?
Right.
If you don't deal charity.
The Lord gave us the opportunity to work hard
To give charity, man.
Right.
The Lord gave us permission to do that, man. All right.
Beautiful.
So that's how you know, man. This thing that we're involved in, man. This is a fight to our life.
You want to hold fast to this. You don't want in no wise to be cast out of this, man.
Yeah, appreciate it for y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate it for y'all. Ezekiel 33 and 8. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou doest not speak to warn the wicked from his ways, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I require at thine hand.
Right. So by doing this, you got to get the blood off your hands. All right. Why? Because when you come into the knowledge and you know who you are, that comes with duty, man. All right. But you got the rest of the Jake, they take this and take it as pride, man. And like, oh, I'm this one, like, you know, this and that. And I go into all the time, man. Look, you may know that you're an Israelite, but are you doing the will of the Lord, man? That's why it says even even the scripture says not all Israel of Israel, man.
Right.
All right. Why? Because really, man, the meaning of being an Israelite is fulfilling the will of Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, man, fulfilling His perfect will, man. And the Lord got to give you that, man. He's got to give you that knowledge to know what His will is, man. How you gonna please the Lord if you don't know His will and what He wants you to do? Even Yahweh Shah, when he had a teaching moment with his disciples, saying that who's his brother, man? Who's his sister? He said, them that do the will of the Lord, man. So Israel being your brothers, hey, you got to do the work, man. You got to give charity, man. That's how we know that you're our brother and that you're an Israelite, man. All right.
Verse 9, it says, Ezekiel 33 and 9, nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquities, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
That's right, man. So you delivered yourself in doing that, man. All right, you delivered yourself by doing charity, man. If he doesn't take it, then oh well, man. So be it, like the scriptures say, whether they hear or forbear, man. Right. All right. But the Lord's word is going to be made manifest no matter what, man. You did your part. All right. You got the blood off your hands, man. Also says in the scripture too. It says that man, escape. I was just talking about earlier. You got free something.
It says, it's like this Romans 12:1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercy of the Most High, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice.
Oh, no, hold that up. That says present your bodies as a living sacrifice, man. All right. Now we just got through reading Hebrews the 10th chapter. Is that they sacrifice year by year, and that sacrifice still made them remember their sins, man. They still had a conscience that had them to go off, man. All right. But by doing this work, this is a sacrifice, man. You are paying, all right, for your past sins, man. All right, your sins that you committed in this life and what you don't know about, man. This is to cover the whole slate, man. All right.
It said that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Right. So this is a reasonable service, man. All right. To put, basically give yourself over to Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right. This is the will of the Lord, man. All right. Actually, I'll go to 1 Corinthians 2nd chapter, verse 16. Yeah. And while I get it, man, hey, and once again, you got to know the will of the Lord, man. All right? If you don't know, hey, the Spirit. Yeah, so you got to know the will of the Lord, man. All right? It's no if, ands, or buts about it, but this what I spoke about earlier is that the Lord has got to give that to you, man. All right? And first and foremost, you got to be a part of the elect, man. That's right. If you're not a part of the elect, or the 130, it's not going to give it to you, man. All right? Because that number's got to be fulfilled, man. So that's why day in and day out, man, we hope to be a part of the elect, man. All right? Until that time. But I just said earlier, right, it's a clause in this thing of ours, man. You got to endure.
Yeah, in 1 Corinthians 2:16, for who have known the mind of the Lord that we may instruct him.
Right, man. So who have known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct them, man. All right? So once again, man, how you going to ensure your salvation if you don't know the will of the Lord, man? All right? And not just knowing that, you got guys that know the will of the Lord and actually hold that, somebody grab, I think it's in Isaiah where it says, where it says the man that we beat with 2 stripes. You know exactly what it is?
I got you.
Yeah, type in beaten with few stripes. You'll be able to find
Isaiah 53 and should be the minister of
Few stripes.
This ain't scripture.
Is it the same
Yeah,
chapter?
this ain't chapter. Yeah, you might be able to do a reading verse right there. Yeah, man, but that's the thing, though, man. Like I just read in 1 Corinthians, it says, who have known the word of the Lord that he may instruct them, man. All right? Oh, and that says, who may instruct them. All right? So that's an instruction, man. The Lord's, again, we spoke about earlier, man. The Lord is the one that's leading you where you need to go, man. Those are the instructions that you need to know. That's how the Lord is conducting this thing of ours, man. All right? Like it says in, I believe it's in 1 Peter, where it says, as holy men that were moved by the Holy Spirit, man. So it's the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shah, that's got to move you, man. All right? Hey, it goes also into wisdom, man. Like it says, wisdom is more moving than any motion. So the Lord's got to give that to you, man. All right? But you find it out.
It's one of you, like you want one in Isaiah, right?
I think it's Isaiah. You strike me with you. You got some more?
I kind of finish this off right quick. This says, 1 Corinthians 2:16, for who have known the mind of the Lord that we may instruct him, but we have the mind of a Mashiach.
Right, so we have the mind of a Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's the thing about it, man. Hey, you got to be on an intimate level to have that ability, man. You got to be on an intimate level with the Lord to even have that, man. All right, having knowing the heart of the Lord, man. All right, and who to this very day can say that, man? Who can say that they know the mind of the Lord, man? Or they know what His will is, man? Nobody can come up here, even though you got people say, yeah, I know, but you're not showing it, man. All right. And we know, man, because it's filtered through the scriptures, man. And actually, we have the heart of the Lord right now, man. All right? In the scriptures, all right? As the brothers get the scriptures on their phones, we got the mind of the Lord, man. But you have to, when it comes to knowledge, right? It says, with knowledge, with all I get understanding, man. All right? Because the Lord's ways are higher than ours, man.
Right.
All right? So that's why you got to receive that understanding, man. All right? But are you able to find it out?
Yeah, I got one. It's one in Luke. I got in Isaiah is the armor of the Lord. Which one is more?
Oh, Luke. Get that one.
It's the book of Luke 12, verse 47. It's in the servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Right, man. So the one that knew the will of the Lord, right, but didn't do according to his will be beaten with more stripes, man. All right? Versus the one that didn't know, right?
They're continuing on at verse 48. But he that knew not and committed things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be required, and to whom have committed much, of him they shall ask more.
Man, that's heavy, man. It said the one who have received, basically receiving this, all right, more is required out of you, man. All right, the more and more is given unto you, the more is required. That's why the apostles and elders of Great Millstone has a heavy position, man. All right, they're in a perfect yet heavy position, man. They got it, man. But as much is required out of them, man. All right, that's why they still to this very day, the spirit is on to push our videos at a constant rate, man. All right. So that verse again.
So like this.
Oh, you
I'm going back again. Again, it's Luke 12, verse 47. Let's start verse 48 again. It says, "But he that knew not and committed things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask more. Ask them more."
That's right, man. And as much is committed unto them, they'll ask them more, man. All right. So that's why again, man. If the Lord continue to bless you with this word, man, and this instruction, then more things are required out of you, man. That's why the Apostle Ellis have been pushing brothers to do 3 videos a week, man. All right. And to be honest, man, they don't have to do that, man. But it's the Lord, right, working with the Apostle Ellis to do that to lead out Israel, man. All right. The ones that actually doing the work.
This book of Isaiah 53:1, the point in verse 2 though, is Isaiah 53:1, "Who hath believed our report, and unto whom is the arm of the Lord revealed?"
Right, it says, "To whom is the arm of the Lord revealed," man. All right, and you already know about the arm of the Lord, man. That's Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so how in the world, man? How in the world is going to be revealed unto you? The Most High doesn't give it to you, man. All right, so the Most High is the one that gave us Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's by permission, man. All right. That's why, again, and also as well, like I just read, all right, revealing the arm of the Lord, all right, that's also going into power, man, all right, because he's right, he's known as seated at the right hand of the Father, man. He's the arm of the Lord, all right, and that's why it's being revealed to us about his power, man, what he's capable of doing, man, and not everybody know that, all right, not everybody know the type of man that he is. When we go into the scriptures, how Shai are going into the temples and flipping tables over and whipping Jake out of the temple, man. All Jake can't accept that, man. All right, they can't accept the mind of the Lord, man. All right, because guess what? If Yahweh Shai was walking on the earth today, right? How would you? The people, man, people today, man, they be throwing everything under the sun at them, man. All right, throwing rocks and doing whatever they thought in their minds to do to the Lord, man. Why? Because his ways are not theirs, man. All right. So when we bring it out, it's always going to be opposition, man. All right. And again, that's only revealed to the elect. Okay?
A little more. Verse 2, "For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out I'm kind of excited. It says, "And as a root out of a dry ground, he hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him." Get a little bit more. Psalms 1, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "And he shall be like a tree planted by the river that bringeth forth his fruit in his season."
That's right, man. So it's being planted next to the waters, man. This is the waters right here, man. All right? And it says it shall grow up, man. And that's the thing about it, man. When you come into this thing of ours, it's true. You got to grow, man. All right? You got to continually grow. Because why? Because that shows that you have more of a chance of salvation than anything else on the planet Earth, man. All right? The reason why, because the parable of the sower is still going, man. All right? As the sower went out and sowed amongst the ground. All right? So in order for you to grow, you got to be on good soil next to the water, man. All right? In order for you to grow. But if you fall on stony ground, all right, ground full of thorns, that means you're going to start growing, man. And that's how we know who's the elect and who's not, man. All right?
Continuing on, "That bringeth forth fruit in his season, his leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper."
That's right, man. And whatever he shall do, he shall prosper, man. And prosper in what? Prosper in the work. All right? Not prosper in the world, all right? Because they make you believe that if you basically do according to what the modern day church tells you, they tell you that you're going to prosper in the world, man. But the Lord's telling you that you do these things, right, pertaining to the Lord, and guess what? You're going to prosper in his work, man. All right? That's gonna push you to do more of it, and that's also gonna get more blood off your hands, man.
Right.
All right?
Got a quick precept. It's John 15:1. "I am the true vine, and my Father is the husband."
That's right, man. So he's the true vine, man. All right? The vine is where the nutrients go to. All right? So in the nutrients, and you got all different types of vegetation, the leaves, you got the fruits that are coming from the vine. All right. So being connected to the vine, you're gonna get those nutrients, man. All right. You gotta
Continue on to verse 2. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit.
He said, whoever plant that he's chosen, right? He said he's gonna purge it, man.
Right.
Let it bring forth more fruit, man. And that's the increase, man.
Right.
All right. That's the when the scriptures speak about increase. That's it right there, man. All right. And when you increase again, man, increase in your spirit. All right. And there's another reason why the Lord's doing that, man. All right, because He's grooming you up to come into perfection, man. All right. So as they like the brought out earlier, right, in the scriptures, it says the inward man is renewed day by day, man. All right. So as that inward man is renewed, all right, the spirit is getting stronger and stronger, man. The same thing, just a second. But where it says, actually, when you go in the spirit, right, it's like working out, man. When you work out, you're curling, doing this, you're pushing weight. Guess what happens to those muscle fibers? They're being torn apart. All right, and when those muscle fibers are torn apart, right, you give them a certain time, they recover, man. All right, and when they recover, guess what? They get bigger and stronger. That's how the Lord's doing with His men, man. All right, He's breaking us down and building us up, man. All right, which each and every single day, man. All right, so the outward man is going to perish, but the inward man is getting stronger, man. All right.
It says, going into what the author said right here in John 15, speaking about the purging process. All right, this is Proverbs 25 and verse 4. Take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the refiner.
That's right, man. So take away the dross from the silver, all right? And you find it, and it'll be something to the refiner, man. All right? And how do you take dross out silver? Fire, man.
Right.
All right?
You got to try it.
Yep, that's right. You got to go through it, man.
Right.
All right? When you go through the fire, man, you being purified, man. All right? And this is laborious work, man. This is a part of it, man. All right? You got brothers out here freezing, man. Freezing. All right? But guess what? This is taking the dross off the silver, man. All right? You got brothers suffering, man. Hey, not only at the camps, but even going about in your day-to-day life, man. You suffering, man. You suffering like hell, man. All right? And that's the Lord taking that dross off you, man. So, hey, you know what? I did a video on it, man. Actually, somebody can show, I think it's
I seen that video. Very prophetic.
what, happy is the man, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, so
This is the book of Job 5, in verse 17. It says, behold, happy is the man whom the Lord correcteth, therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty.
That's right, man. So it said, happy is the man that endureth this, man. All right? Happy is the man that accepts chastisement by the Lord, man.
Is it?
All right? Why? Because we see the big picture, man.
Is it?
All right? The big picture is to be made purified, man. That's the bottom line, man. All right? And so when you endure chastisement, there's a reason why, man. There's a reason why that man is happy. You got it on.
This is Hebrews 12 and 6. For whom the Lord loveth, He chastens.
Right, so whom the Lord loveth, He chastens, man. All right? Whom the Lord loveth, He's going to deal with him, man, and chasten him, man. Okay? And that's only to correct you, man. To be instructed. All right? You got up.
Now, continuing on, and scourge every son whom He receiveth.
Right, and scourge every son that He receiveth, man. All right? And that's how you know the Lord is dealing with you as a son, man. All right? Why is that, man? Because in order to inherit those things, you have to be a son, man. All right? You got to be a part of the family. If you're not a part of the family, you're not going to get that inheritance, man. That's it, man. All right?
That's that family tree.
Yeah, that's it, man. If you're not related, you're not going to get that inheritance, man. You're not going to get what's laid up for the family name, man. Yasha Allah, man. All right? You got no, it's more than that. Yep.
Yeah. Verse 7, it reads, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For what son is he whom the Father chastens not?
Yep. This is said for who is the son that the Lord chastens not, man? That's how you show love, man. That's how you know that Yahweh Shemel Shai really showing deep love for you, man, by doing that. All right? It's more on that. It's a little bit more.
Continuing on, verse 8, Hebrews 12 and 8. But if ye be without chastisement.
Right, so it said, if ye be without chastisement.
Chastisement.
Go ahead,
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all ye all are partakers, then are ye bastards.
Bastards.
Woo! Illegitimate.
Now,
Yeah.
go from there, get Deuteronomy. You know what I want? Deuteronomy, I forgot which chapter it is, but it says, bastards shall be.
I can see that. Got the hook.
A little bit more? Okay, yeah, continue on that, and then we'll go to Deuteronomy.
Yeah, it's verse 8, Hebrews 12:8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
Yep, it said, then are ye bastards and not sons, man. All right, let's go from there. Got it, Deuteronomy. Yeah, if you don't got it, don't worry about it. You was holding something?
Yeah, I was holding something about the flesh, but the spirit kind of passed on me.
Okay, then go ahead and drop the Deuteronomy.
Go back now, Deuteronomy 23.
Yeah.
The book of Deuteronomy 23, verse 1 is that he that is wounded in the stones or hath his private member cut out shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Verse 2, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to the 10th generation. So he not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
Right, so there it is, man. So if you be without chastisement, then you are bastards, man. And the scriptures say a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, man. All right, so we about to go ahead and close up on that note. Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Wakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that still to this very day rule very well. And also shalom, peace and safety and salutations to the hope elect that's dealing charity, man. All right, in this work, all right, and all throughout the earth, and all faith, true sincerity. And with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom, DCA, and the Bible.
To you germs, to you higher ups.
Monsters. Catch the coronavirus. Catch the coronavirus. Catch it.
Catch it.
Eat it on your knee. Eat it tonight.
Link through the spirit. It ain't nothing bad. Somebody got to be there. We know the National Geographic and shit. The lion that said always go to either the ruin, the baby, the one that's crippled.